As we discussed earlier about the compressibility and incompressibility. Compressibility means that the fluid changes in volume, density, and specific weight with the change in pressure, while incompressibility means that the fluid does not change in volume, density, and specific weight due to change in pressure. So, compressibility is actually the measure of the volume change to the original volume due to the or we can say the measure of volumetric strain due to the change in pressure. So mathematically it can be written as if V1 represents the initial volume of that fluid and V2 represents the final volume of that fluid, then after when the pressure is applied on that fluid, then the change in volume will be equal to V1 minus V2, that is initial volume minus final volume, because volume will be decreased due to the when the pressure is applied, the volume will be decreased. So volumetric strain will be equal to change in pressure, change in volume, sorry, per original volume. And we can also get this value in percentage by multiplying it with 100. So if compressibility is equal to hundreds, means V2 is equal to 0, and we can say that the liquid or the fluid is incompressible, which is practically not possible because every fluid is compressible up to a certain limit, but some fluids are compress are very some but in case of some fluids, when pressure is applied on it, the change in volume is very small, and due to the small change in volume due to the pressure applied, we consider it negligible, means we consider the change negligible, so we consider it incompressible fluid. In this slide, as you see in the middle figure, there is no pressure applied. In the first figure, when the pressure is increased on the fluid, so it increases the fluid inflow rate. Fluid inflow rate means more fluid uh, is going into the system, and it decreases the fluid outflow rate. Similarly, in the third figure, when the pressure is released, it increases the fluid outflow rate and decreases the fluid inflow rate. Fluid inflow rate means there's more fluid is forced into the system. So fluid inflow rate means more fluid is forced into the system, and fluid outflow rate is more fluid is forced out of the system. So when the pressure is increased, the fluid inflow rate is increased and the fluid outflow rate is decreased. Similarly, when the pressure is released, the fluid inflow rate is decreased and the fluid outflow rate is increased. So in this way, in this slide, it is explained the pressure variation on fluids. Thank you.